We're not crying in this video, guys. We're not crying in this video. We're gonna keep it together. Suck those tears up. Nah. I'm gonna pull my chonies up to the sky and get it done. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sonia and today's video is going to be 10 things that I wish I knew before becoming a single parent. Now, if you guys have not been following my journey since the beginning, I've been on YouTube forever, you might not know that I was a single parent for about 6 to 7 years. My son's father and I broke up for a long period of time. We both had other relationships and we've experienced so many things apart, and we somehow, by the grace of God, got back together and are currently still working on our relationship. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to follow the rest of this journey because it is a roller coaster. But we're working on it. It's not perfect. It's really, really hard, but today's a very honest and just really truthful and hopefully helpful video for those of you who are experiencing the same thing. Also, there is going to be a 10 things I wish I knew before becoming a parent over on April Athena 7 here on YouTube's channel. This is a collaboration between the both of us. If you have not already checked her out, don't forget to do that. But I'm gonna let her introduce herself and her channel. So take it away, April.
Hey Sonia's friends, I'm April, and first of all, can I just say how honored and how absolutely lucky I feel to be collaborating with Sonia, one of my favorites. So thank you, Sonia, so much for collaborating with me. So anyways, friends, I am, first of all, why do I got lip gloss on my hair? I'm a mommy, makeup, and baking vlogger, and everything that I do, I love to share with you guys. I have 2 sons, my boys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. My first son, Liam, is 3.5, and my second son, Jacob. Time just flew by with the second one. He's now 9 months, and I'm already planning his first birthday. It's crazy. Life just goes on and on. It just goes so quickly, and that's why I'm so excited to share the 10 things I wish I knew before becoming a parent, and I think it's gonna be so fun to watch Sonia's too. So anyways, friends, if you guys are interested, definitely check me out on April Athena 7, and I'll be sharing my thoughts on the subject. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch me.
So I'm so blessed to be collaborating with April. She is the sweetest, most kindest YouTuber out there that you can think of, you guys. She's just the best. So make sure you guys check her out. Don't forget to watch to the end of this video and then go on over to her channel and subscribe, like, and just love April. First off, I need to take a deep breath, let it all out. Okay, so starting from the beginning, I was raised by a single mom of 4 who struggled a lot. I heard her cry, I heard her arguing on the phone with my dad, you know, the back and forth custody, all these things was so horrible and so hurtful and so painful for all 4 of us to go through growing up. And I always said that I was never going to have any children because I didn't want that to happen to me. It was just a really scary thought. So I went a long period of time just knowing and thinking and just accepting the fact that I was never going to have any kids. And I was actually living in Virginia, and obviously I'm not going to tell you when it went down, but I was in Virginia at the time, and this is where I started my channel. I was living on a military base, living that military life with my son's father, who was then was in the U.S. Navy. So we got pregnant, we moved back, and he had other plans for his life without throwing his ass under. I'm already getting thug, okay? My voice completely changed. Talking about this, I'm starting to get a little bit loose. I was trying to keep it Oprah and try to keep it like a Super Soul Sunday status, but I can't, okay? Sometimes a little Azusa comes out on me and I just have to control that. Put it back in there, girl. Number 10 would have to be stress. Now, the stress that a single parent, now this could be a man or a woman that's watching this video because they are a single parent. I feel you, I get you, I am you. The stress that we feel is like if our children are complete jerks at school, or if they fail academically, it's our fault. We're accepting all of that because we are on our own and our children are with us most of the time, if not all the time. So that stress eats you up. I mean, I've got white hairs since I've birthed Jude because I'm so stressed out all the time, okay? So this is natural. If you are feeling this amount of stress, you're normal. Congratulations, you're not an alien, but you need to chill out, okay, girl? Me and you and your uncle and your baby daddy too. So everybody needs to chill out. So number 9 would definitely have to be self-care is important. You need to make sure that you have your head right before you can even raise a child, because if you are mentally unstable, emotionally unstable, and trying to raise a child to be healthy is almost impossible. So it's really, really important to find help, whether that be a free group where everybody meets together, kind of like AA style. You'd be surprised how many meetings are out there for people who have emotional issues. So next up would have to be dating and relationships. So that's 2 points, dating and relationships. Now dating, a lot of people have it in their brains that no one's gonna want you because you have a child, or your baby daddy or your baby mama is telling you that.
No one's gonna want to be with you because you have a child.
That is not true. That is not true. There's so many people who unfortunately are single with children after the age of 25. It's so common, and it becomes more common as you get older, unfortunately, because a lot of people are not investing into their relationships. They're only investing into themselves. The only reason why no one wants to date you is if you have a bad attitude, if you're super negative, and if you have nothing going for yourself. And if you have nothing going for yourself, you have no business dating anybody yet. You need to make sure that you establish yourself either mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. All that stuff has to be established, or at least moving into the direction of establishing that before you even try to get into a relationship. And for women seeking men, make sure that those men have their shit together. You do not want to date a guy who has substance abuse, who lives with his mama. No, girl, you have a kid. You don't have time for that. I was in 2 relationships in that period of time that Chris and I were broken up, okay? So the first guy that I was with, he wanted me to go to court and get full custody of Jude and take him completely away from Jude's dad. And that was just not going to happen. So we butt heads a lot about that. Now the second relationship, which is my most recent relationship, my son was actually calling him dad, which is really, really sad. And it just breaks my heart because when we broke up, which was a shock to me and a shock to my son, which, you know, I'm not even going to go into that because I just don't want to give him any attention. It was just really sad because my son was so deeply affected by that. He wanted to know why that guy did not want to be with us, which included him, any longer. So my son was also feeling the rejection. So we have to make sure that we really, really take it slow with these relationships and just consider the fact that it's going to hurt our son or our daughter or our kids if and when we break up. The next 3 would have to be anger, resentment, and money. Those all 3 go hand in hand, so I'm going to smush them all together because the anger comes from, this is not fair. This is not fair that I have to do everything on my own. Now, of course, I did not know that before becoming a single parent because they always promise that they'll be there, that they're going to help you, that they're going to help you financially, which is the money part, that they're going to pay for this and that, they're going to split everything. No, girl. Okay, I have to tell everybody who is becoming a single parent for the first time, just expect and anticipate to do it all on your own because it's going to be very, very difficult to make other people do what you want in a hurt place. If one of you guys wants to be in the relationship and the other one doesn't, it's going to be hard. But if you both don't want to be with each other, it's going to be real easy, okay? So I had a lot of resentment towards him because I had to pay for everything on my own. And now he was mad at me because I was with somebody else, so he refused to do things that helped me and helped my relationship, which ultimately affected his son and ultimately affected him seeing his son. So he missed out on a lot of things. So if you're going to be childish, just know that no one wins. Everybody loses, including your child or children. So it's just really, really hard to set aside your anger, resentment, and figure out the whole money situation. I had to take his ass to court. Guilt. There's a lot of guilt, and this goes hand in hand with the relationships and dating and things like that I just shared. There's a lot of guilt with picking the wrong people, or maybe even having something wrong with yourself that might have caused that person to leave or be pushed away. This is not, far-fetched. This is not like something that is impossible of happening. Like, we are responsible for ourselves, for our actions, for our mouth, for everything, okay? So, a lot of times it could be ourselves, it could be our insecurities, it could be our own issues that push people away from us, causing this result. But we have to just learn to forgive ourselves and move on, because there's no sense of beating ourselves up on a daily basis for something that has happened in the past. Leave that shit there and keep it moving. And number 2 would have to be self-care, self-love, and time for yourself. Now, I know I touched on that earlier about therapy and getting your mind right and just getting it all together, because if you literally are not fixed and you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else, it's really important to have some alone time, whether that be with your girlfriends and things like that. Now that you are a single parent, that does not mean that you are locked up with your kids while your baby daddy is living his damn life somewhere else, just problem-free, stress-free. Because I was a single mom for such a long time, I'm used to doing it all by myself. I am, and this is something that is actually hindering my relationship with him now. We're both completely different people. Back then, I was very timid. I let him do whatever he wanted. I just wanted him to stay. I would do and say and just be whoever he wanted me to be, just to make him happy, because I did not want him to leave. I did not want a broken family. I did not want to become a single parent, but it happened. It happened, and I evolved. I found my voice. I found my worth. I found everything that I needed to become who I am today, and I will never let another person, let alone another man, let me feel that way again. Never. So independence would have to be number 1. Did you know that being a single parent, you could discover independence? That's huge, okay? It's huge. I feel like a lot of people don't know that you will find a better you in the struggle. It's so true, and I get emotional even talking about it, you guys, because I felt the weakest I've ever felt in my life with all the other traumatic things that have happened to me as a young child, as a young adult. Nothing has ever hurt me like being a single parent, because it is so scary being responsible to take care of a young child who's depending on you, and you can barely even take care of your damn self. Now, having him as my motivation, it forced me to become someone greater, myself, but someone greater. He helped to elevate me into someone that I am today, and I'm so grateful. Now, it has not been easy. There's been a lot of tears, a lot of times that I've threatened to give up, but I didn't, and I'm so grateful for that. And I just hope that if you are watching this video, that you have found some courage, some inspiration, some kind of anything that's going to move you in a positive direction. I hope you've received that. Now, if you guys have anything else to add to that, leave it in the comments down below. We need to hear that. We need to see it. Just encourage each other. Tag someone or send the link to this video to someone who's experiencing this right now. Also, don't forget to check out April's channel as well. She is such a beautiful soul, you guys. I'm telling you, just hearing her voice, it feels like a hug. I love April so much, and I know you guys will too. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one.